All right, so let's start with a reality check. You're not going to magically reinvent yourself this week. You're not going to suddenly score 10 points higher because you discovered some magic trick on Reddit at 11:52 p.m., right? But the good news is that you don't need to. The final week before the LSAT is not about dramatic breakthroughs. It's about protecting the work you've already done. This week is about two things. First, avoiding unforced errors, and secondly, locking in your gains. If you've been studying seriously, taking practice tests, and reviewing your mistakes, you're already ahead of most test takers. Your new job this final week is simple. Just don't blow it. Treat this week like you're tapering off before a big race. You're done with the long runs. Now it's rest, routine, and showing up sharp. Now, you're either taking the LSAT remotely from home or in person at a Prometric testing center. The test content is the same either way, but the rules are totally different. If you're taking it remotely from home on your own device, you are using your own computer. Run the system check with Prometric now, not the day before the test. You can use pens, pencils, highlighters, whatever works for you. You get 6 sheets of scratch paper, 8.5 by 11. It can be blank, lined, or graph. And you can use a drink, but only in a clear container. Even cold brew is fine. You can also have regular foam earplugs, but no headphones, earbuds, or AirPods. None of that's okay. You also want to stay in the camera frame of your webcam the entire time. Don't pace around the room. Don't lean off screen. Don't let your cat crawl across your keyboard. But if you're taking it in person at a Prometric testing center, you're going to be, of course, using their computer, not yours. They'll provide you with the pencils and scratch paper. You're not going to bring your own. They'll give you over the ear noise canceling headphones. You can bring a clear water bottle, nothing else, and everything else like your phone, your keys, your snacks, you'll store in a locker at the testing center. And so we always tell our students test day should feel boring and predictable, like you've done it all before. That means you know the test day logistics cold before they cost you time or sanity. Now, as a quick reminder, because some folks are using outdated materials, the LSAT's going to have 4 sections: 2 scored sections of logical reasoning, 1 scored section of reading comp, and 1 unscored extra section of either logical reasoning or reading comp. No logic games. They are no longer on the test. It's been over a year now. And the writing sample is a separate administration that you're not doing during the official scored portion of the LSAT. Now, you're not going to know which section is the experimental during the test, so treat each section like it counts. With standard timing, every section is 35 minutes. You get a 10-minute break after section 2, and of course, use it. Don't use that time to overthink, though. Don't second guess or analyze what you did. Just breathe, stretch, and reset your energy. And if you have accommodations for extra time, time and a half, double time, stop, start breaks, practice with your exact timing and structure during your final practice tests. The last thing you want on test day is to be wondering, wait, do I get another break? You've got to know the format. Now, during this final week, you don't need to study every single day, and you probably shouldn't. Cramming is not the move right now. If your LSAT is on Friday, maybe today, Tuesday, you are reviewing your weak areas. Maybe you're doing a timed section or two each day, and you're focusing on precision and review, not volume. Tomorrow, maybe you take a full-length practice test, but only if you can handle it mentally. If you're already feeling stressed, skip it. It's not going to be the magic fix to your score. The day before the test, you do not take a practice LSAT. Ideally, you're not studying at all. Rest, walk, go for a walk, watch a movie, take a long shower. But if doing nothing would freak you out, you could review a couple questions, but then stop. You're not going to suddenly get smarter the day before the LSAT, but you can burn yourself out. And if you take another practice test and bomb it, doesn't matter. Don't stress. Everybody has off days, especially if you're tired, you're distracted, or you're 5 minutes away from losing it over that final reading comp passage. The number that truly matters is the average of your last 5 full-length practice tests. Not your best, not your worst, the average. That is your true performance level. Let that average guide your expectations and don't over-index on the outliers, either unusually high or unusually low. And if you're thinking to yourself, should I take one more practice test? Just ask yourself, Will it make me feel calm and focused or just more stressed? If it's going to calm you, take one more, but not the day before your official LSAT. If it might rattle you or throw you off, just skip it. But the day before is recovery day. Remember that one more test is not going to change your score. But a meltdown before the LSAT might, not in a good way. And so we've seen plenty of our students who didn't take a single test during the final week still scored in the 170s because rest beats repetition when your brain's already at its limit or saturation point. And know that you're going to be nervous and that's okay. Doesn't mean anything's wrong. It just means that things are working. Night before the LSAT, lay out everything you're going to need, your government issued ID, your login information, scratch paper, what you're going to wear. You charge your computer, you set multiple alarms, and no LSAT studying after dinner. Just relax, take it easy, wind down. Morning of, eat real food, hydrate. Don't overdo it on the caffeine. You don't want to be jittery or have to go to the bathroom. And maybe 10, 15 minutes before the LSAT starts, you do some breathing exercises like box breathing, where you take four in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. You do that 3 times, 4 seconds in, 4 seconds of hold, 4 seconds out, and 4 seconds hold again. You shake out your hands and say to yourself, I've done the work, I'm ready. And remember that nerves are normal. Performance comes from having a plan anyway, despite the nerves. And let's say it goes badly, you freeze, your pacing's off, your neighbor's lawnmower goes off during section 3, and you walk out thinking that was a disaster. Now what? You recover. You can cancel your score. And remember that law schools do not average multiple scores anyway. They only take the highest. You can retake it in November or January, not too late for this cycle. Law schools only care about your highest score on record. You are allowed to regroup and try again. Many people bombed their first or second LSAT and went on to crush it during a retake. You're not starting over, you're continuing with more experience. And if you would like my help, I'm offering free one-on-one LSAT tutoring lessons for anyone out there watching this. Link below the video in the description on YouTube, link in bio on Instagram, or take a photo of the QR code in the upper right-hand corner. Open offer to anyone out there studying for the LSAT. I want to help out as many folks as I possibly can. Remember, whether you're taking it in October or not, you've shown up, you've practiced, you've been studying through burnout, distraction, and doubt. It's now time to trust in all of the work you've done up to this point. And you may not feel totally confident, but you've earned the right to take the LSAT, knowing you've put it in your all. Don't think about perfection, just think about execution and progress. You are not the same person you were weeks or months ago. You're sharper, you're more resilient, you're focused, and that means you are ready. Just walk in, breathe, and run your plan.